you hear me okay? Good. Good morning. I'm Dr. Donald Matz, Chair of the Anatomy Department. On behalf of Ed Christofferson, our coordinator of the Body Donor Program, the faculty, and the staff of the Department of Anatomy, I would like to welcome the DMU president, the faculty, staff, students, and especially our extended DMU family, the family of those individuals who donated their bodies to further the education of our healthcare professional students. We are extremely honored to bring our DMU community together live once again for this special memorial service to honor our body donors who shared their special gift this past year. We are grateful that we have the ability to continue and present this special annual memorial service from the DMU campus. To each donor family that is with us today, watching the live stream or viewing the recording, welcome. Each donor family will receive a special personalized candle from our donor program to memorialize their family members that served as our body donors this past year. As I light this candle, and when the families light their candles in remembrance of their loved ones, please remember that they represent what each donor gave to our healthcare students, faculty, and staff. The fundamental element of fire and light, firing their desire and lighting their pursuit of knowledge to improve the future of healthcare in our society. Students, you now have seen your body donors as they were in life, from the heartfelt pictures that were sent to us by their families for this service. Today, you will see this pride and gratitude within this service indicated by the written tributes to the donors, the musical selections, and the student representatives behind me with their speeches in the College of Osteopathic Medicine, College of Podiatric Medicine and Surgery, and the College of Health Sciences. We are all deeply touched by the gift that your loved ones gave us. I'm often asked how the donors in life come to the decision of donating their bodies to our university. As you viewed the donor photos, just take a tiny moment, it's a tiny moment in their lifetime. You can see that they have lived incredible lives. They left wonderful memories to their families, their home communities, to their country, and with their donation to the DMU community. Reflect for a second on their decision of body donation. While they were living, as you, the families, can testify, they decided to give one more offering to their family, their community, and their world. They came to a humanistic, unique, and incredible decision to continue to promote human life upon leaving this physical world, and offer of themselves in body donation. They wanted to continue to support the living by contributing their bodies, their life history, and be a significant part in the training of our future healthcare professionals. So students and family members, as you listen to the student speeches and the musical selections within this service, honoring these special individuals, think of how their donation will affect the many lives our students will touch as they continue down their chosen healthcare professional path. The faculty and staff take great pride in the teaching of human anatomy, this basic science of medicine which serves as the educational skeleton for our healthcare students. It is with our respect and gratitude that we work with the gift your family members gave to Des Moines University. As a human anatomist, I have had the distinct honor and privilege to work with the donors and our students. I've often discussed and impressed on our students that these donors, now silent, speak loudly to them as their teachers of this, the basic science knowledge of medicine. We, their faculty, are educational facilitators of their human anatomical artwork. Without the gift your family members have given to Des Moines University, we would not be able to lay down the foundational component necessary to further their knowledge of the art of medicine. This service is to honor the lives, the donation, and the spirit of the individuals who, with their donation and gift, are an integral part of the DMU community.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Angela Franklin, President and CEO of Des Moines University. Thank you all for coming to join us as we give a heartfelt thank you to the family and friends of those who have made the ultimate sacrifice and given unselfishly to advance the training of our future healthcare providers. All over the world, as each new generation of students begin their studies in medicine and other clinical disciplines, they will study the structure of the human body to understand how it functions and to learn how the normal function is altered by disease. Thanks to the early work of a Flemish anatomist and physician, learning anatomy through dissection is an irreplaceable and privileged part of a practitioner's training. The science of medicine has been advanced thanks to the human sacrifice of those who make this commitment. It is an awesome contribution. Your loved ones, grandmothers, grandfathers, mothers, fathers, sons, daughters, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, cousins, friends, have given us an invaluable gift which we respect and honor. This is the day that we honor their contribution to science and education. What a noble legacy. Des Moines University, as a health sciences university, is committed to providing the best educational experiences and clinical training for our students. We are dedicated to primary care, prevention, and the delivery of compassionate, patient-centered care. Professional integrity and respect for others are also primary tenets of the expectations we have for our future caregivers. We also require that students maintain sensitivity and respect for those who give of themselves to aid in their training, whether they are alive and well or deceased as donors. That we can assure you. However, at this moment, we also acknowledge your sorrow. There's a quote I recall which states, "Death leaves a heartache no one can heal, but love leaves a memory no one can steal." As you reflect on this gift, which has been given to us and our students by your loved ones, we also thank you for your personal sacrifice and commitment in letting go of the physical being and embracing the memory of the spirit of the person who is no longer with us. We recognize how difficult this may be, but hope you find comfort in knowing that you have provided an invaluable service. So I close with this. Those we love remain with us, for love itself lives on, and cherished memories never fade because a loved one's gone. Those we love can never be more than a thought apart, for as long as there's memory, they will live on in your hearts. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome. My name is Tyler Johnson, and I'm a first-year medical student here at DMU and the current College of Osteopathic Medicine student government president. My story here at DMU started 3 years ago when I first walked through those glass doors of Ryan Hall and into the anatomy lab as a first-year Master of Science student. Upon conclusion of my first day, I vividly remember being impressed with the body donor program and the anatomy lab. That initial awe quickly turned into a profound appreciation and gratitude towards your loved ones, whom selflessly chose to donate themselves to further the education and development in all fields of healthcare represented here at DMU. Speaking from my own experience, I can still recall my donor's first name from 3 years ago, William. To this day, William has been my greatest teacher. Although I was never able to meet him in life, the knowledge he provided me has become the foundation in which my medical studies have been built upon. William taught me about the complex network of nerves, vast array of muscles, endless passageways of arteries, veins, and capillaries, and overall, a deeper understanding of the human body. While the understanding of human anatomy is a vital aspect to healthcare, it is equally as important to hold characteristics of compassion and empathy. Your loved ones allow students the opportunity to explore, problem solve, and locate the various anatomical structures in lab, which is an act of compassion, in my opinion. It shows me that they care about the education we as future healthcare workers receive. Your loved ones allow us to discover and learn about different illnesses and diseases, and it's truly in our anatomy lab that the written material we read and are lectured about comes to life and gives us a greater understanding of the human body. Lastly, they teach us empathy, as it is the act of donating one's body to advance the healthcare field in many ways that will not be of benefit to them directly, but to the lives of people they have never met. And for that, we are all forever grateful for their selfless act of donating their body to science and education. Here at DMU, we are always hesitant to say donor because truthfully, your loved ones are rather our first patients in this long journey as future healthcare workers. Throughout the countless hours we've spent in the anatomy lab as lifelong learners, teaching assistants, volunteers, we, the entire College of Osteopathic Medicine, want to say thank you. Thank you for being our first patients. Thank you for giving us the permission to learn from you. Thank you to all of you, friends and family of your loved ones. They truly have done one more thing to leave this place better than they found it. And we are all fortunate to have had this opportunity to learn from them. We are all forever eternally grateful. Thank you.
In the quiet, misty morning, when the moon has gone to bed, when the sparrows lost their singing, and the sky is clear and red, when the summer ceased its gleaming, when the corn is past its prime, when adventure's lost its meaning, I'll be homeward bound in time. Bind me not to the pasture, chain me not to the plow, set me free to find my calling, and I'll return to you somehow. If you find it's me you're missing, if you're hoping I'll return, to your thoughts I'll soon be listening. In the road I'll stop and turn, then the wind will set me racing as my journey nears its end. pasture. Chain me not to the plow, set me free to find my calling, and I'll return to you somehow.
In the quiet, misty morning, when thy mourners go to bed, when the sparrows stop their singing,
I'll be homeward bound again.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Brianna Robinson, the DPM Class of 2026 President, and I am honored to be speaking to all of you today on behalf of the Doctor of Podiatric Medicine Class of 2026. First and foremost, my gratitude for all the families is abundant. The selflessness of yourselves and your loved ones is unmatched. They truly have impacted our medical education and careers in a way that lecture, PowerPoint presentations, or any clinical setting could. My late grandmother had such confidence in the positive impact science could make on so many others. I am living proof of that today. She is one of my biggest inspirations for standing here. She not only believed in body donation, but also understood the greater good of the very research that has brought all of us here today. Our donors are both valuable teachers and heroes. I feel so honored to stand here before you today, not just to remember the phenomenal people we know your loved ones were, but to expound upon the wonderful people they continue to be after their passing. I recall the morning of my first anatomy lab. There was a knot in the pit of my stomach comprised of nervousness and excitement. The excitement stemmed from the fact that I knew that I would have the opportunity to learn from someone who shares the same passion about education of future doctors and the advancement of medicine as my grandmother did. The source of my nervousness originated from me not only not knowing what to expect, but also wanting to ensure I honored my donor's body by learning all they could teach me to the best of my ability. The moment I stepped into my first anatomy lab, it was 10 a.m. on a Friday, and I met my first patient, my donor, Miss Christine. It was then that I honored her with a prayer and thanked her for her graciousness, just as I did my grandmother after her last breath. From that moment forward, she became family. It has been said that it's the details that make a person, and I have found myself constantly trying to figure out who my donor was on Earth. Although I don't know all the details from working so closely with her in the lab, I believe I have been able to deduce a few characteristics. She had to be selfless, right? Compassionate about others. She must have been brave. And most importantly, she had to have been unequivocally caring of others. How powerful is it to be already trusted with her earthly body, even though she never knew me while she was on Earth? A quote from Morihei Ueshiba reads, "Loyalty and devotion lead to bravery. Bravery leads to the spirit of self-sacrifice. The spirit of self-sacrifice creates trust in the power of love. To me, the essence or soul of every donor is love, it's bravery, and is the ultimate self-sacrifice to the greater good of the education of the world's future physicians." Earlier, I mentioned our donors being teachers, which is truly an understatement. It's so much bigger than learning anatomy. They gave us the gift of themselves in the spirit of love and sacrifice, with the greater purpose of discovery and the advancement of future health leaders and medicine. Not only does their spirit live on, but also their story continues with their sacrifice. Miss Christine, my donor, is a part of my story. Because without her, I wouldn't truly understand the intricate details of how the heart beats, how you breathe, how you see. things that are vital to life, yet we take for granted daily. I think and empathize with the families that opted to delay closure and grief so that they can help aspiring physicians like my classmate and I. For that, we are forever grateful. Today and always, we celebrate your loved ones and we celebrate you. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Seth Light, and I like to consider myself a longtime student at DMU. Like Tyler, I graduated from DMU in May of 2022 with a degree in Master's of Science in Anatomy. I realized I couldn't get enough of DMU, and I decided to come back and enroll in the PA program, and I'm here today to represent them as their class president of 2024. So I've been walking these halls a little bit longer than your average student. And because of that, I can say without a shred of doubt that the single greatest learning opportunity and gift that I have been given in my time here at DMU as a student was through the Body Donor Program. There is no resource more significant to our learning than the selfless people who gave their body to further enhance our education. With that, I would like to share a quote for you to think about as I continue with my statement. A life that touches others goes on forever. My donor's name was Mary. Mary isn't being remembered here today by anyone in the audience, and you will not see her up here on the slideshow either. This is because the last time that I saw Mary and worked with her was 3 years ago. She was the first donor that I had the privilege to work with 3 years ago. It has been 3 years, and I still remember the first day of that first semester when I was introduced to her. I will always remember Mary. And I'm sure Mary was incredible in many ways, yet she touched my life in a very special way because she gave me a gift that I will not only carry on with me for the rest of my life, but I've been able to pass along to others throughout my years here at DMU. Mary provided me with what all teachers aspire to provide their students with. She inspired me to learn, gave me the gift of knowledge, and provided me with unparalleled experience to share with others. After my semester with Mary, I joined the anatomy staff as a teaching assistant and working in the anatomy labs. I continue to work as a TA for the next years, which involve teaching many students in the PA, DPT, DO, and DPM programs here. The gift that Mary gave to me initiated a cascade of events, a wave of knowledge that spread to multiple students, programs, and positively impacted thousands of lives, including students and their future patients. Every donor sacrifice mirrors this ripple effect, triggering the desire to learn within students and for us to be the best clinicians that we can possibly be. Furthermore, they have helped me to continue to share that knowledge that I've gained from these experiences with other students. Their gift to us is selfless beyond measure. This gift is not only the gift and sacrifice of our donors, but the gift and sacrifice that you as family have made as well to further our education. There are times when we use supplemental 3D simulations that try to emulate what the body could possibly look like. But what these computer simulations can never demonstrate is something that we like to call anatomical variation. What this means is that we are not a mold. We are not a 3D mold that fits one printed image. We are not always able to color inside the lines. Our variations are what make us very unique and provide us great learning opportunities, both inside and out. As I stated before, a life that touches others goes on forever. Mary and every other donor that have made a large impact in the lives of all the families here today, in the students that learned from what they had to teach us, myself, and the future patients that will be receiving our care. Our gratitude can never be enough, as we will forever be in debt to these donors, whose lessons will not be let go to waste. Thank you to all the donor families and friends that join us here today, whose sacrifice is the same as that of the donors. Your gift is invaluable to us, and we thank you for that.
Good morning. My name is Tajan Argis, and I'm a member of the Master of Science in Anatomy class of 2024. It's an honor to be representing the class and speaking with everyone today. It was once said that a hero is someone who is selfless, who is generous in spirit, and someone who just tries to give back as much as possible to help people. That is what each one of your loved ones is, a hero. They were brave and trusting enough to present us with a gift as fragile and intimate as a body donor. They knew they could continue their legacy and make an impact on this world, and they will. The legacy of your loved one did not end. Instead, a new chapter in their legacy began. They will continue to live on in the hands of the healthcare professionals as they treat their patients, the researchers as they continue to advance health sciences, the educators as they teach the next generation, and anyone else that your family members touched over the course of this last year. There was a moment in lab when I had to hold the hand of the donor to help my classmate with what we were doing. I couldn't help myself but stop and become overcome with emotion. The hands may not seem like a lot, but in that moment, they were everything. I found myself thinking about the hands that she held, the people that these hands cared for, and the love that these hands provided to everyone in her life. That day, our donor not only taught us a lesson on the brachial plexus and the intricacies of the anatomy, but I was reminded of the importance of compassion and empathy for those who are around us. It is because of the selflessness and generosity of you and your loved ones that each student here can pursue a degree and a career that they are passionate about. There is no experience as unique as getting to learn from the donors. The opportunity to go from a lecture and PowerPoint slides in the classroom to a 3D model is a priceless opportunity. Through our journey to find the structures, we also learned about the donor's journey through their life. Whether this was a hip replacement, a scar from a past surgery, each one told us a little bit more about the donor and the life that they lived. On behalf of my entire class, I want to thank you all again for your selfless gift that your families provided. Each student will carry the knowledge and memories with them through the rest of their careers, and we will strive to live a life as selfless and heroic as the ones that your family members lived. Thank you.
you're down and out. When you're on the street, my Lord, and evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. I'll take your part. Oh, when darkness comes, and pain is all around, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. I'll be your bridge o'er troubled water. When you're down, I will carry you like a bridge o'er troubled water. I will lay me down.
Sail on, silver girl.
Sail on, silver girl.
Sail on by.
Sail on by.
Your time has come to shine. All your dreams are on their way. See how they shine. Oh, if you ever need
Need a friend.
round the sailing
Like a bridge over troubled water, I will ease your mind. Like a bridge over troubled water,
I will ease your mind.
I'll be your bridge o'er troubled water. When you're down, I will carry you like a bridge o'er troubled water. I will lay me down, lay me down.
Good morning. My name is Andrew W. Manistow. I am a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force Reserve and a member of the Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine class of 2026 here at DMU. It is my great privilege to address you all today on behalf of my fellow Armed Forces classmates. I know I can speak for my classmates in expressing how grateful we all are for the opportunity to learn from your loved ones. There was a major commitment and sacrifice made by all of you and your family members, something I'm sure every military family here today has experienced a great deal of. Our medical education is exceptionally better because of your commitment and sacrifice. I'm inspired to make an impact on military members and their families in my career as a military physician, just as you and your loved ones have impacted me. However, my path to the military and medical school, for that matter, was not a linear one. I did not grow up in a military household, nor did I have any idea what being in the military would entail. Frankly, I still don't. After quite a lot of reflection, the opportunity to serve, lead, and provide medical care for the members of our country's armed forces was too great to pass up. There is a special camaraderie in the military, and it is something I have experienced firsthand in my time as a volunteer at the VA here in Des Moines and at DMU. My choice to move to Des Moines was a life-changing moment, but it's one of the few that I do not regret. Regardless of the professional program, the collaborative and collegial culture here at DMU found itself in developing professionalism and respect for each other and the patient population that we will one day serve. I was fortunate enough to be a part of the first lab group this year when we met your loved ones for the first time. I remember the rush of gratitude I felt throughout the lab. It is an amazing feeling to have the opportunity to take material from a lecture and apply it in a setting like we have available here at DMU. As a class, we have learned so much from your loved ones, not just about anatomy, but about being compassionate and caring human beings. When we're all out in practice, there will be plenty of things that we'll learn, but we'll never forget the important knowledge we gained from our first patients in the anatomy lab. Everyone here today and in spirit has played an important role in our education. It's like my dad says, at the end of our journey, it's not what we have, but what we did. You and your family members are embodiments of selflessness, helping to mold the next generation of healthcare providers. From the bottom of my heart, and on behalf of the service and non-service members here at DMU, thank you for this exceptional gift.
There are quite a number of individuals that put this memorial service together and assist greatly in the body donor program. So I would like to also extend a thank you to the university administration, our institutional technology department, especially Tim Scoville and Eric Fishback for their audiovisual services at today's ceremony. DMU marketing and staff, the DMU chamber ensemble and the choir, students, faculty, and especially those within the anatomy department. Also, thank you to UG2 Facilities Management, Caldwell Parish Funeral Home, Flowers by Anthony, Summerfield's Cafe, and Sergeant Dylan Benishek and his team from the Army National Guard, Honor Guard, and their work in the service today. Finally, to Ed Christofferson, our body donation coordinator, thank you for your incredible work directing our body donor program, working with the donor families, and your tireless work in putting this service together. And finally, to the spirit of our body donors and the families, our extended DMU family, thank you all for the incredible humanistic gift to Des Moines University. This concludes our annual Body Donor Memorial Service. Thank you all again for your attendance, and for those viewing on the live stream, we do have a reception with refreshments. I noticed that you've already partook in some of the refreshments. That's great. You can have some more, so you're welcome to share the stories of your loved ones with our students and community here. So thank you.
Thank